It happens.
It was almost 6 Protoss qualifiers as well.
Yeah. It came down to the last moments of the last games.
RorO and Curious showing, no, you will not eliminate Zerg. Samsung down here, lower right-hand corner. Upper left is CJ.herO.
That's right. So out of the 10 Koreans that qualified for this, 7 of them
will
are
be
going
seen
on.
again in DWC. Yeah.
Pretty sick.
Yep, the only other 2 spots coming out of Asia were the winners of Taiwan and China. So we'll be seeing Comm and Sen.
Yep. And then, of course, we have the Asiana player. Moonglade is going to be coming.
Yeah, because he made it out of the Oceania,
I believe. And actually, don't we also have Mafia coming? Right? The top 2 went from Oceania.
Top 2 will be coming from Oceania.
Yeah.
And then...
so that's actually 2 Australians, and then we have 2 people from Spain, and then we have a bunch of people from USA and Canada.
Yeah, and then also South America as well, right? Killer.
Yeah.
There's 3 from South America.
Well, I'm talking about people from the same countries, though.
Oh, no.
So
I think the Killer
countries?
Killer is the only person from Chile.
Okay, yeah. There was probably maybe a Peruvian that got through. I didn't get to watch those,
Yeah, did Phoenix make it?
I would imagine he did. He's Phoenix.
He is very good. So over here, 14 pool out of RorO. Looking like we're going to be seeing Nexus first out of HERO.
Yeah, not very surprised by this. I've heard of some really cool strategies that HERO has been doing so far, but again, I haven't been able to cast HERO or RorO at all in this tournament yet.
Earlier, when I believe Grubby and I were watching, was it Parting? No, we're doing this. Is it Seed RorO?
Seed RorO, I think you guys cast that.
I think that Seed started one of the games with his pylon in base for his Nexus first.
He does that sometimes.
To hide the Forge.
Yeah. It's a nice opener.
It was Daybreak, though? I think it was Daybreak.
Probably. It normally only gets done on Daybreak and Ohana.
Okay.
Those are the only maps that we see it too often on. By the way this is set up, the Forges and the Forge and the pylons, he's going to be going probably for a quick third when you see this setup, because what you see is the place they place the first pylon, you can put the cannon directly over that, and it's going to block the ramp and be able to hit the rocks. But he actually put it over there, so that it doesn't mean that anymore. If you put it over on top of the pylon, that's oftentimes a tell that they want to break down the rocks quickly to be able to take that third. But I'm not surprised he's not doing that, because this is a map that we see a lot of Immortal Sentry pushes on. So he definitely could go for something like that. But HERO is a player I don't know much about, stylistically speaking.
Well, we're going to see if RorO is going to get out there and start his third. No, instead he's building... Oh, yeah, just kidding. That one changed into a 2. So you can see it on the minimap. It has expanded down to third.
All right. And everything looking completely standard for these guys right now. 3 hatcheries there. The 2 gases getting for the Protoss. It'll be a little bit before we can tell exactly what HERO's wanting to do. When will he get his additional gases? When will he get his +1 attack? That's really what's going to tip us off. So, he's trying to get out there and scout, but really good Ling movement so far here by RorO.
Ooh.
And it looks like
the probe going to be able...
I think he's going to suicide this probe just to see, is there a third base?
Oh, okay. But is he going to make it? RorO reading him very well, right? What else could that probe possibly be for? He does move the 3 Lings over to the left, ready to catch. Oh, follows up with a second probe, but RorO turns around. He does see it.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to get through to see if there is, in fact, a third base.
Oh.
And that's good scouting right there. He's even started a sentry, because if you don't know if there's a third, you have to make a sentry. Like, if you don't, then you're just risking it all.
Oh, he gets over there. He sees that there's nothing to worry. Oh, the Queen almost closes in and is able to do that last damage to the probe, but the probe does run away. Does the probe die? Does the probe always die?
Yeah, normally.
Yeah,
when he already has that much damage in the middle of the map,
yeah,
he's going to go. Well, we have 2 more gases, a Robo, and a Sentry on the way, so it looks like it's going to be an Immortal Sentry push. We'll have to wait and see if he's going to get that +1 very quickly. But yeah, that's definitely what it's looking like right now. Of course, there are expansion builds you can do off of this as well. Now, I heard he was doing earlier Warp Prism out of that robotics. Yep, a War Prism. Okay, so this is really cool. Grubby is, and actually, I think you were telling me about this a little bit as well, where he gets out the War Prism, loads up 2-3 sentries, goes over, harasses, fakes doing all sorts of crazy shenanigans near the ramp. Kind of keeps Zerg in the base, makes him start his production, stuff like that, while powering up for an Immortal push.
What was that? Oh man, I just remembered absolutely everything about CJ.RorO Game 1.
Okay.
That's why we had talked about the big War Prism play. It was Seed that had done the huge War Prism thing. He gets +1, and then just loads up 4 Stalkers.
Oh, I
and
love
goes
that
and
play.
does the drop on all that stuff. So he got really far ahead, right? Killed 3 queens, and then instead RorO just said, "Well, okay, I'm just going to build a bunch of Mutalisks." He got over, killed 5 sentries and 2 Colossus, and that was like the end of Game 1.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I love that style of play, I have to say.
The Warp Prism play was super sick, but then getting out the Mutalisks so quickly meant that, okay, Warp Prism's done, and I'm going to kill everything else because you only have sentries. And then, he had used his last Warpin right before the Mutalisk got there on Zealots.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so really good for RorO.
Good memory
Sorry
there.
for the distracting, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, right now there's not a lot going on. This is like, this Warp Prism harassment isn't even meant to really do much. If he can do a lot, great, but that's not the case or the point. So, I mean, he's going up to 8 gates.
Right.
And
so
he's going to see what he can kill.
So the odds here that Hero takes a 3rd base are pretty much 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, 8 gates plus the Warp Prism plus a bunch of sentries and Immortals. You have to attack with this. In fact, RorO is getting that Infestation Pit. I almost feel like RorO, he's spining on top of his natural ramp. He's going to have to give up his 3rd. Stall out. In fact, Speed is about to finish.
Oh, Speed does get out there. Will it be enough damage on to that Immortal, though? Oh, okay, taking a look at the battle at hand for just a little bit more. We're seeing the additional reinforcements being warped in. Some more Zealots getting out there. That's the meat that'll need to handle the Zerglings. But back at home, we do see that RorO is adding on 18 additional Zealots there. Now, RorO has only moved out to the other Xel'Naga Watchtower, so he hasn't gone for a complete run-by just yet. Likely anticipating that Hero is going to be more than prepared. Now we have the big push coming out of CJ.herO here, moving up to the main, using the force fields to keep the Zerglings out of the natural. He's taking down Spinecrawler after Spinecrawler. RorO forced to pull off all of these drones. How will RorO possibly stop this? He won't.
Yeah, he might not, man. But, did he actually get the Warp Prism?
No, the Warp Prism has gone down, so he's not going to be able to warp in up the ramp now. But this is fine. He's moving up into the main. Look at all of those sentries. They are undoubtedly going to be able to block that main forever.
Well, I got to tell you, man, it's about time for a GG from RorO. Very strong builds. You guys were telling me about it. Now that I've seen it, damn, that is good. And, I mean, there's actually not much left to even say here. As you said, he can force field that ramp literally forever. He has enough sentries that he will never
Even
run
that
out.
last force field that he only partially missed was on purpose, that the Zerglings would stream in without him controlling them, so he just kills them all.
Very well done, man. Hero with a super strong game here, and GG.
Oh, man, so Hero was charging up that whole time while we waited for the match to start, and he unleashed his power on the Samsung.RorO. So, Hero does go up 1-0 in the series. When we come back from this, we'll find out